Test.
Yeah. I'm talking, I get it. Think I ain't with it. New era fitted. That bitch stay up on the pivot. I'm scoping, plotting on the way to let the fan meet. I'm all in till the end, you understand me? Go get her, but you already knew it. Get straight to it. Had this bitch going stupid. I spit bars, shine daily. See me around your way, come cop a tape from it. Play me, I'm brutal. Crucial to your playlist, I spray quick. I came up from nothing, but still don't give a shit. I'm ape shit, stay slick. Ride around in my spaceship with a couple good kush rapping my bust one in your face clip. New gold, put it on my finger. A couple bitches in the room and they look familiar. Bitch, my whip from out of state, it don't look familiar. I work hard to get paid, motivation syndrome. Shit, I'm probably in my reference. On the phone with kings, probably having lunch discussions. Louis sipping life and the bottles keep on coming. Products on the flight, what's the meaning of a budget? Goddamn, oh damn. Is that epic in this niggas fuck I'm feeling? Bitch, I'm living, and you asking how I'm feeling. Bitch, I'm feeling like I'm feeling. If you feeling like I'm feeling, oh Christ, what a feeling. Conrad, such a feeling, rough. I'm living out a movie that's a fucking dream. Spazzing out on bitches, leave me alone, I'm on that fucking drink. I can't fucking think, boy I must warn you, don't you fuck with me. Or I pull this gun out and blow out your fucking teeth. They talking shit, but they ain't fucking with the team. I'll give them a clip and tell that nigga rest in peace. You can call me what you want, but don't call me no bitch. I been knew I was the shit before my dick was shooting piss. My dick was all up in your chick and she's a screamer. And afterwards she thought I told her I love her, she's a dreamer. I know you missed the bitch, we'll have her back, cause I don't need her. I just fuck her, I don't love her. I got cheese but I won't feed her, no I'll never be no trick. I don't know magic, what the fuck you thinking? Daddy's home, so bring your big ass here and get your fucking spanking. You ain't gotta be no doctor, no I'm fucking sick. I'm with Epic, I'm with Sumo, that's the fucking click. A pretty penny, yeah I say a pretty penny. Cocaine re-rock up my city, cocaine re-rock up my city. My team we down to get it, yeah my team we down to get it. Slanging Yola, smoking sticky, Yola sex with us and feel it. A pretty penny, yeah I say a pretty penny. Cocaine re-rock up my city, cocaine re-rock up my city. The feds they tryna flip us, alphabets they tryna flip us. We'll run in and keep us winning, no they cannot catch us pimping. A pretty penny, 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 a pretty penny. Yeah, yeah. What I look? Some Conrad shit right here, man.
Welcome to the Swervey Jones Show on RiseandShineNetwork.com. On today's show, Serisony and returning guest Dion DeLoe.
How'd you say that? Serisony?
Serisony?
Serisony.
Serisony? Serisony?
Serisony.
Pardon my southern slang.
Nah, it's not even correcting you. It's just me saying it.
Serisony?
Yeah.
We got right in here on the studio, up here on the Swervey Jones Show. We got Serisony.
So what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
RSN TV.
It's been a while. Yeah, RSN TV. Do you like that?
Yeah, that's good.
Well, we couldn't get RSNTV.com because those assholes just won't give up RSN.com.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's whoever gets there first, right? Plants their seed.
Yeah. We
flag down.
We tried to track them down, but nothing. They're like, it's probably like hidden away in some account. We're emailing some email they don't even check. That's just sub paying for shit. But you know, we'll get it eventually.
heard New Era there in the beginning, right?
Yes, they.
And before that, of course.
Now here's what's funny is Jay from New Era said it was cool, and then Robot was like, I was shocked to hear it. He's like, I didn't know nothing about it. Jay said it was cool, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, they're down. They're the shit.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool guys. I did met them at the House of Blues when we went to the House of Blues for Summer Shadows.
Yeah, we did the back. That whole thing.
Yeah. Whatevs.
Yeah,
Whatevs, dude, man.
I'm not trying to brag,
no.
about that.
No, name dropping and stuff.
Name dropping.
I do really appreciate them guys letting me
using
that song for the show, though. It's very awesome. So, what's new in your life?
What's new in my life, huh? Well, I don't know, man. It's hard to not. I can't get around it, dude. It's like I gotta talk about it. I mean, it's the first thing that pops into my brain when you say that. So it's me just being real. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Like, life's crazy. Life's beautiful. Life's dark. Life's fucking light. It's everything. There's a balance in it all. But you can't see that all the time. You know what I mean? You can't, and especially when situations like this happen, you kind of go into a shock. You go into like a I don't even know how.
Do you want to get into some deep stuff right from the rip?
You got to.
I mean, you know,
it is. It's what it is. It's what I'm.
We can grow the conversation.
We could grow the conversation,
you know,
but it's the first thing on my mind. I'm just being real. So
yeah. Well, when you
say, "Hey, what's new in your life?" I'm like, "Well, let me tell you, buddy.
This is not that cool."
Yeah, it's not, but
yeah,
it's my dad. He's got cancer, bro. And he was just diagnosed with this, and we're gonna fight the shit as hard as we can, you know what I mean, and do everything we can, but there's always that it's just knowing that it's happening, that you're even forced to deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
You can't escape it. That's my point.
Yeah.
That you can't escape what's going on. So,
does it make you like think about death more?
I already thought about death. See, this is my thing. Like, it doesn't surprise me. Life is happening, right?
Yeah.
And death is happening. We know this, okay? So, it doesn't surprise me in that sense. It surprises me that it's my dad. It's right there. I've
always felt like I don't fear the other side. You know what I mean? So, like, death doesn't... Weird shit upsets me when it comes to death, but normally I can, like, handle the concept of death, because it's like, regardless of what it is, you're on to the next thing.
Right.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't believe in that when you die, it's over.
I mean, we don't know. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And nobody knows, and nobody's going to know, and nobody has fucking any idea about anything, really.
But they'll give you a general idea.
If we break it all down, nobody knows shit about shit. And that's why even knowing this cancer thing, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we know it's cancer, but what is fucking cancer? Who the fuck knows what the fuck that is? This thing that's happening to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's eating his bone, bro. It's a tumor. It's eating his bone. And it's like, what the fuck is that? What is that this exists in society? You know what I mean? Like,
it sounds science fiction.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and this is okay. And this is the thing.
Bone eating cancer.
It all comes down to what you're putting in your fucking body, man. And it's everything. You know what I mean? It's anything you're putting in your body. You know what I'm saying? And this in particular was caused by smoking.
Yeah.
From what they say. You know what I'm saying? On top of it. So that's another thing. I wanna be a reflection in the world of an example of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? This is happening. This is real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is something you can't escape. You can't run from. I'm gonna wake up and deal with every day until I'm not dealing with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hopefully, what we're gonna try to do, we're gonna try to do everything we can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever we can to do it.
The hardest thing is
diet,
dollar bills.
You know what I'm saying? Diet. Yeah. Dollar bills.
But diet.
is the
First thing's diet.
Right. Dollar bills is the problem, and that's why.
Because you can survive.
They're not gonna do everything they can for him because he doesn't have all the dollars and he don't have insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I know it's a downer, guys. I know you guys are
what
like,
about
oh,
Obamacare? Obamacare ain't gonna kick in and like.
No, I'm sure Walmart has some kind of immunity.
Yeah, man.
No, and he never really did anything with Walmart insurance. Like I think at one point or another he had it, then he canceled it. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't making enough fucking money. You know what I mean? Oh, because these. Okay, I'm not gonna. I can't really do that. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna catch myself because if I go in on that, I could probably lose my job and shit. But yeah, so D, what do you think being close to me? You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. I know. What do you think? It's too deep of a subject to talk about?
Right from the opening, yes, it's kind of depressing.
It's a downer. I get it, but.
Because I know,
but it's also like this. We've got it out of the way,
right?
You know, and we started late, so it's probably only been like 10 minutes of show, and then we got a whole 50 minutes of something new.
You say what's new with you. That's my immediate.
I got you.
We get it out of the way.
I got you.
And we move on. But it's tough. It is tough.
Oh, negative Nancy over here.
It's not.
I know.
It's real. It
is real. You're right.
Negative. You know what I mean?
Speaking of which.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Real Rebel stuff?
Oh, the clothing?
The clothing.
Yeah, man. I like the design. I like. I think that you put a little thought into it. You know what I mean? I could tell that you put thought into it. You know what I'm saying?
It happened like fast though. Like the whole idea of like doing that. It was just like, well, we got this. Why don't we have something like this that can just be like a sponsorship thing we can do so we can sponsor artists with this and, you know, and shows and events and stuff. And everybody that saw it liked it. And I was like, fuck it, let's run with it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I probably have a shirt for you.
Okay. That's what's up.
I got one for Dave too. Don't worry.
That's what's up.
Yeah, maybe we'll play something in a little bit, and I'll run and go get it for you. We'll do it on the show. I can give it to you after the show. It doesn't matter. I have them.
Yeah. So, Real Rebel though. So, what does that mean to you? What is
exactly how it sounds?
Yeah. Okay, but that doesn't explain it to the audience.
Well, it's like, okay, Real Rebel. To be rebellious, you have to be real. You know what I mean? And be prepared for a real moment that you might have to be a rebel. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you can feel that.
Okay, so now this is
Serisony.
Now I'm seeing where you made the transition.
You know what I'm saying?
From what
it's
we were
it's
talking
almost
about
the concept of it. I almost feel like if like someone that was like fake was wearing it, like you shouldn't wear that. Right. It should be removed from you. You know?
Yeah.
Like, because some people don't deserve to even attempt to try to be in that mindset of what Real Rebel means to me.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Yeah, it's what it means to you. Like, because some people think they're real, and they're not. But that's to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? In my opinion,
there's a lot of hypocrisy.
Real, you know what I mean? And in you, they're not real. You know what I mean? Like everybody has their definition of what's real to them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's what it comes down to.
Here's what makes me feel like I'm real. Is I can go back to the first video we ever put on Rise and Shine Network, and you can watch it and say, that's the same dude.
Right.
That dude is still the same. And I've had 2 kids, and, you know what I mean? I've had all kinds of crazy shit going on in my life. But I'm still real about it.
It's being grounded and staying humble, you know what I'm saying? And
being real.
Green.
Being green.
Being green.
So, you know, we should have started off like this. Like, it's been a while since you've did a broadcast
I knew that is actually my first thoughts were like, that's what we should talk about first was RSN and all that. But
you wanted to talk about cancer.
I had to get it out. I had to get it out of the way. It's
understandable. I get it.
It's on tip of your tongue, top of your mind. You know, it's hard to not think about. But anyway, so RSN and all this. Go ahead. Where were you headed with that?
Well, just the whole network started with me, Dennis, and Bouillon doing this right here to nobody.
Right.
We might be doing it still to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even know what the stats are right now.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
That's what you gotta remember.
Yeah. We're still doing the same thing regardless of where life is taking us. And we're back here at this moment.
Right.
Where
it's documentation, bro. That's what I ultimately decided. It's documentation. You gotta have it. You're gonna be able to look back. You're gonna be able to take clips from everything and make a documentary later on in life if you want. You know what I'm saying? Something to look back on.
I'm sure I was on.
Or be extremely embarrassed by the crap that you've put out there.
But you know what I'm saying? Embarrassed by the crap about who's seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
How did you get that's what I'm saying. We got content, but then it's pushing who to see it. You know what I mean? You
should. I think you really should put like a Drudge Report type site together.
Judge Report?
Like Drudge Report.
What is that?
Have you never been to Drudge Report?
A Drudge?
Drudge Report basically is just a website where this guy just puts like articles he likes together, and he's like super huge, like crazy, like alternative media. It's
it's alternative media. Basically.
Yeah, but it's more like it's very more right wing with the news it picks. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's links. It's not like wrote this article. It's like, hey, this website put this out.
Yeah.
This website put that out. They're saying this. Here's just little links. You know, and I forgot the whole point we were talking about that. Why I brought that up. I do that sometimes on the show. Forget what we were talking about.
No. you
bad.
do that sometimes.
My bad.
G-Pen.
My bad.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No.
Holy crap, what were we talking about?
Come on, man.
Fat turd cutters.
No. What is that? That's what I'm saying. No. None of that.
Big, thick one.
I love Dave being on the show, though.
Yeah, of
course. We had the best element back in the day.
With Charlie, too.
With Charlie, you know, like our whole show. But the best shows, I still agree, some of the best shows.
Remember Charlie?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You and Charlie.
Me and Charlie, man. We get into it.
That was content.
Oh, those were good times.
They were.
The old studio.
They were great times.
Doll room. Right?
More like a storage room.
I see some dolls.
She hasn't.
Those
she
are good
she
times.
still sells. My wife still. Yeah, she still sells dolls.
That's what's up.
She does a pageant lady like every year.
Hell yeah.
That's
She does
cool.
like a whole pageant set,
eBay?
one of a kind like
eBay?
set. No,
eBay?
just email
Amazon?
now.
Email?
Yeah.
Wow.
Email?
And then checking them out.
Oh, because
after
now
she
she's
sends
got
them.
clients.
seller.
Because she
Right.
got clients.
Well,
from
she's had this lady. She's been doing this lady for years.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And
She has
just-
a permanent
So
client.
I'm
to
like,
it.
you could just do this
That's
all
what
day,
you
all
need,
the
dude.
time.
This is what the thing is you gotta make residual income.
Yeah.
It's about making residual income.
Having something that's going to be there always.
Right, and always make you money. That's why starting our own company.
And once you get right, you start donating.
You gotta play their game. Unfortunately, that's the problem. We gotta
my
play.
bank account.
We gotta play in their parameters. We gotta play their game in order to
Here's
create our own game.
Here's the truth: you don't have to, in a lot of ways.
See,
but
this is what
you
I'm
do.
saying. No, you do because you have to. Look, we are using all their shit.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I say it's either two options. It's either you're living out in the motherfucking forest,
Yeah.
or you're playing their game.
You
That's
either
what I'm saying.
quit it all or you play the game.
Right, and who's going to do it? Because you have to have people.
And I have an inner
around.
belief
You have
that
to have
is my
social
personal opinion that
activity.
is what I have to ride this thing out with,
Right.
and I deserve that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
People deserve the right to be. This is how I feel, and this is how I'm riding this bitch out. But don't hurt nobody or no shit. That's fucked up. Don't do that.
Well, that's the thing. That's just human.
Yeah.
If you're human,
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah.
And that
Some people are inhuman, right?
Okay, so the dog bottles, dude, man, that motherfucker opened doors.
Yeah. I wish I could have came over.
He's a intelligent cat, but not only that.
Shout out that guy right there.
That motherfucker
Bottles,
knocked
dude.
out 14 songs.
bam, 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 bam,
in
like
one day. Okay,
like all day
14
long.
songs, 3 verses each song, and
3 verses.
and hooks, all
Hooks?
off memory, not off a pad. I mean, maybe he had. I don't know if he had anything on his phone, but I'm pretty sure it was all off memory because he was in that booth just knocking it out.
Shouts
song
out to
for
Bottles.
song.
Man, I wish I could have made it over there.
But man, he was an intelligent cat, and he knows his shit. He knows what to follow. You know what I mean? That's that bloodline and the money. You know what I'm saying?
Bloodline and the money.
I feel like
Gets
Boyan,
power.
though, what we was talking about last time he was on the show is we just got to stop. In a lot of ways, we have to stop playing certain parts of the game, you know?
Well, that's why you come up
Ignore the nonsense.
your own thing. You see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
somehow come up with your own system within the system by not using their system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't follow me, what I'm saying is that if you're gonna play their game and you don't want to play their game anymore, you gotta come up with a new way. You know what I mean? However that way is for you and yours. You know what I mean? You and your family and who's around you immediately, because that's who
You could go
matters right
You could
now.
move to that place in Russia. Yeah, you ever look at the place in Russia where there's like no laws, but you know,
No, I don't know about no laws, bro.
No,
Like,
it's supposed to be the best place on the world to live.
the laws are.
It's in Russia.
I am the
are
best
the
place
hu- are the,
on the
are
earth
the
to live.
human laws. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about where there's no violence. There's, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everybody lives peacefully.
Where-
Is there
Vice
guns?
Did
Is there guns?
a documentary on it.
Is there guns?
No guns.
Vice did do a documentary on it,
Yes,
didn't they?
it's
Yeah,
in
I think
Russia.
I
forget
think I did
what
see
country. I mean, we're
that. I
It's
watched
like
a lot
on
of
the-
Vice. Vice
in
is
the
the
woods,
shit, bro.
dude.
That's
It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like
I
a cult
think I
following, and the
found
guy
that
looks
the other
like
day.
Jesus is the leader, and
Yeah.
they all follow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What?
So, but you said there's no guns?
Wow.
Yeah, there's no guns. Yeah, nobody's violent.
In Russia?
Yeah, it's in Russia.
Huh.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Vice documentaries. You ever watch any of the
Un
Vice?
machino.
Yeah, dude. That's the shit. Bird.
Like the Suicide Forest? You ever watch the one on the Suicide Forest?
No.
In Japan, I think it is.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. If you've
Yeah,
never
that
watched
shit
any
is
of these
blow,
Vice
man.
documentaries, you need to go there right now.
Yes, dude.
I think I seen them. I seen
I
one.
said right now, like you need to stop this and go
Yeah,
and watch
yes.
that. No,
Yeah. Like how to make cocaine.
Immediately
maybe-
Google that
shit.
shit.
If anything, you can come back. But either way,
Yeah.
you gotta see that shit. Shane Smith, he's a bad motherfucker.
Yes, he is.
Is that the site that the guy went to find the tripping frog?
Yeah, I think they
They
did
did,
a
like a
documentary.
3-part
Yeah,
series?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a whole bunch of those.
I was
yeah.
riveted by the concept, but
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's dumb. Like I don't like
Yeah,
just.
well,
Eh.
yeah. Some
But, I
of them
mean,
are not gonna be put
It's
together
kind of
the
cool
best.
how they like actually
Yeah.
went and did that shit, but I was like, there's like nothing crazy about that. Like people did that. They go and they hunt them frogs down and trip on them.
No, but dude, they have this one where it's about North Korea. Okay,
Yes.
having their own like it's like fucking concentration camps
Yes. Some
in
of that shit blows me
Russia.
away.
Okay, they have them
Korean
set-
camps in Russia.
Korean
Yeah,
camps in
yeah,
Russia.
I read
They're
an
set
article
up,
about
right?
that.
But they
And-
look like Korea.
And it looks like Korea. It looks
Yeah.
like they think they're in Korea.
They're in
they have
Korea,
no
but they're
idea
really not.
they're in Russia.
Wow,
yeah.
it's like a
they're
deal
all
like
full.
Russia has with North
Yes.
Korea.
Right.
It's crazy. You need to check that out, man.
So
Shit.
crazy.
Isn't that fucked up? Like no,
No,
there's
I heard
so
a little.
much fucked
I've
up
heard
shit
about
going
it,
on
but
in
I
this
never
world.
watched the
Yeah.
documentary about it.
We are lucky in a sense, okay, right? But at the same time, what we essentially are to the U.S. Government, and I hate to say it like that, but it is. It's the truth, man. It's not even U.S. government. It's whoever's running all this shit, okay? Who is
Yeah.
ever in charge at the top, and I'm talking about the people you will never ever hear
Rockefellers,
about or
the
see. No,
motherfucking-
the guys that
That's
that are
who run it?
above them. You have no idea. You'll never know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're in charge, and all you gotta do is follow those bloodlines. Go Wikipedia, see who was born by which mother and father, and where they came from, and at what.
That Rothschild piece that you shared was
Rothschild. Yes,
that was a good. That was a good read.
Man, fuck it. Look, here's.
I read about a lot of that stuff, but.
Here's my point to knowing the information. Why it's important to know the information, okay? Because people go, you're wasting your time, you're paranoid, and you know what I mean? Like, there could be all that, all right? Or maybe I just think I should know this information just in case everything goes to shit and we need to pass on this information.
Yeah, you might need some information. You might need some information.
And I'll be one of the people who be like, yeah, I know what's going on. Look. Now, I did just put myself out there.
You did.
To those motherfuckers. And they know this. This is the thing, though. They already know.
Yes.
And this is why they have their lists of who they don't.
Who's been naughty and who's been nice.
Right. They've been talking about it for ages. Santa Claus coming to town.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's gonna wipe shit out.
Fucking Minority Report, Judge Dredd fucking shit. Yeah.
What do you think
See,
about...
I like to always say, like, you never know.
You don't. Nobody knows anything.
You never know.
There's no certainty in any of it. But my theories towards it and what I believe, you know what I'm saying? That's what it all comes down to. It's everybody. And you have your belief. Yeah. He has his belief. And that's what your religion is.
I'm just like this. like me and Boyan talked about. Just being a problem solver. Man, it doesn't matter which way you prepare, think, know about that. When the time comes, you're just going to have to figure shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. Shit has collapsed. Right. What's the smartest, best thing I can do for my family?
Right.
Hold on to your guns. Yeah. Hold on to your guns. Do you believe in gun laws?
Honestly, if some real, like, heavy collapse, fall apart happen, man, it ain't going to matter if you got them or not.
Right. That's the whole point.
Because there's going to be so many of them that...
Do you think it's starting right now? They want to take our guns?
Listen here, buddy. Listen here, buddy. They already got you with the food.
Here's the thing. Well,
they got you with the food. They've had you with the food. But if you want to talk about
this,
conspiracies,
it's not about the gun situation, really. It's about getting people to accept armored guards at schools.
What?
Yeah. Think about it.
Do you think
about
teachers should have guns?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's not going to work either.
They're already doing that, though.
They have like 11 for Obama's daughter.
Yeah, see? And they're going to be like, look, they're safe.
Yeah.
Look, you know what I mean? People that are in government should have all the guns and this and that. They're building that model.
Yep. And we shouldn't have the guns.
You know?
Fuck that.
There's always going to be private people who have money that will spend it on people who are willing to do jobs like that. Okay,
yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you have the cops or the FBI, the CIA. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is, man.
Yeah.
They'll do it because they're getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they will.
And if they're not getting paid, they're getting safety. They're getting security. They're getting a deal of some sort. They're gonna get a spot underground when the shit goes down. Who knows? You know
yeah, but I'm even like, you just don't like. Maybe the universe will change shit. Who knows?
Yeah,
you know.
Indeed.
I mean, anything could just totally because like throughout history, there's just some crazy apex moment where like
shit just goes fucking crazy.
Shit goes crazy and it just changes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's my point. We can't be naive to think that it's not going to happen here.
And that doesn't matter if you're more on evolution or more on creationism. It doesn't really matter.
Where does that come into play?
I'm saying like that. There's just moments throughout history.
Right.
That shit happens.
Yeah, and people are.
And it doesn't matter if that's religiously or more scientific-y. Right. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. Shit happens.
So what do you think is the next thing? What do you think? What would we fight over next anyway? What are we fighting over?
I think that's the thing, though. Is it's what are we fighting over?
Gun laws, man. They're gonna try to take our guns. Man.
I've already been trying to do that though, man. They've been trying to do that a long time.
We've always had, but that's like kind of the thing with America. We always go kind of up and down, back and forth a lot.
You're never gonna take the pockets of guns from people. And here's the thing: even if you take it from people like me, you, him, you're never gonna take it from the criminals. So the criminals are always going to have the guns, and you're not going to have the guns, and that is where we draw the line. That's why we can't have them take away guns from people, because then the criminals have the guns, and then they have the guns, and we don't, and we're the ones in the crossfire.
If you ain't talking about repealing, you're just going to fuck shit up. That's just the way it is.
Right.
If you're not talking about repealing shit, you're just trying to fuck shit up.
Straight up.
You think they're going to let us have our marijuana?
They're never going to repeal shit, though, man. They never repeal anything.
Especially with California. I mean, with
here in
Colorado.
Florida? Florida? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm saying nationwide. When they gonna?
It's never going to be nationwide. It's I can't believe I said that. Like,
here's the thing. Is again, you don't know. You don't know, dude.
Colorado, fully legal. You can drive right now.
Yeah.
Don't need no Medicare, no medical.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good idea.
It does.
I don't know why are we still here? Why are we still here? That's the whole
Rise and Shine field trip.
Yeah.
We need to get her like a Rise and Shine bus.
Yeah, so speaking of which,
there.
Rise and Shine, you were on that. That's where you were headed with the
and then we went like totally out into space.
Because this is what we do. And this is
what it was supposed to be and used to be.
Right. Talk radio, buddy. This is what you do.
We're just going to talk. We'll talk.
Joe Rogan.
We're gonna talk.
Shout out to Joe Rogan and his whole experience.
Yes.
Dude, that shit it changed my life. It really has changed my life.
It's definitely encouraged to get this back up and running. Because but the thing is he's just naturally good at talking. Like, he's done shows and stuff, you know. He knows how to put on a performance.
Right. No,
he's a comedian, you know?
Yeah, no, but it's not a performance. This is it's
I know it's not. But
you know
it's still years of performance is there.
Oh, of course.
You can't remove it. So he's like, you know, he's got the announcing capabilities, hosting capabilities. Like, he has all the abilities to do that podcast.
Dude. His new stand-up was off the chain.
Oh, yeah, that was a really good special.
It's like Adam Carolla does radio. When he does a podcast, it's good, you know?
Right.
I mean, I'm not really even an Adam Carolla fan, but it's, you know,
You're
a good podcast.
You're not an Adam Carolla fan?
Not really.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of his either.
I do check, but every once in a while I scroll across something.
See, I respect his work. Like when I see him, I just know he's an asshole. Like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
You can tell he's a fucking asshole. This guy. No. If you're not a man's fucking man, then you know what I mean.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, he's like woodworking, fucking. I don't know. It's stupid to me. Like that. You got to be like that. But anyway, Joe Rogan podcast, man. If you ain't seen the special, man, get the special. It's $5.
Yeah. Said it's $5.
Support that guy.
Yeah. He's already a gabillionaire.
Nah, he's not.
I bet he's got a couple mils.
He's been doing that podcast for free forever. So
oh yeah,
that's what he does.
Well,
for free.
I bet UFC takes
his sponsor. He gets his affiliates. I mean,
he does.
The guy was on.
He's got stuff paid for.
What I'm saying is he that's free. That's 2 or 3 hours of.
But see, the
content.
thing, I think people that are into talk radio are into like.
He's cool, dude. Though.
Into that like genre of stuff, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Like, if you get turned on by talk radio, like you get into talk radio from any aspect, you know. Shit,
titties
what the hell is Kevin Smith's podcast? Smodcast?
Yeah.
I mean, that's been around a long time.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Really, Adam Carolla, Kevin Smith, Joe Rogan are like the pioneers of.
Joe Rogan blew that shit up though, like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Here's the one thing I like about what we're doing is. It's not really like a podcast because it's live.
It's
live. I mean, it is, but it's a live shoot.
It's a live podcast.
Well, the thing that bothers me about podcasts is essentially we're doing radio just on an internet feed. It's still radio,
but once it's recorded, it goes into a pod.
Then it's a podcast. And
then they cast it. You know what I'm saying?
They cast it
into their ears.
Yeah. What if you don't put it in the pod and you just put it on your shit?
Right. Well, you can name it whatever the fuck you want, then. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. fuck genres and words and all that shit. Like, no, because this is my thing, man. We all attach like
tags,
emotions to certain words and
like cunt.
Like you would say, you know, actually this leads into a good thing. Yeah, cunt.
There's an emotional connection with that word.
Right. Girls
cunt.
hate it. Girls hate
cunt.
it. And it's
cunt.
like a fucking glass shard
like
stabbing them in the
like,
ears and like or a hot knife like butter into their ears. Like, it's crazy. They do not
around.
like that shit, okay?
No.
But it is funny. The word cunt is funny, dude.
Cunt, yes.
It is a funny word, and
cunt.
Straight up, nothing works better than if the person is just such a fucking cunt.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean? Like,
fits that word.
Yeah,
so
you're not
well.
really going to use the word unless one, you're joking, or two, someone really is a cunt.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And there's a few out there. I'm sorry.
Now there's people, that are trying to use it like frivolously. You can't.
Yeah, you can't
do that.
frivolously.
No, you can't just have it out there like flapping out like your dick. You know what I mean? You can't.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, you're showing it off. Like, no, you saved that word.
Quit spinning your wiener on the hill.
It's the C word until then. You know what I mean?
Right,
or whatever.
Word. Yeah.
Or that word. People
that
know.
Word.
And it's either that word or that word. You know what I'm saying? That people think you're talking about.
Holy shit. You can't say words, man. Words aren't allowed to be said.
And yeah, Alex, this is what I want to talk about. Last week you were talking to Louie and Epic about the bitch, saying the word bitch. I was like, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, now, be honest. Is that you talking? Or is that your wife talking?
Me, a little bit me.
You don't like the way... Oh, wait. Now you, because you have a daughter, maybe. What? Right? Is that what you're thinking?
No. I'm strictly looking at it from like a marketing perspective.
Oh.
Like, you can't... Like, if you're saying bitch over everything, it's hard to sell. Because girls are like, he say bitch too much. You know? Like... It's a lot harder of a sell when you're just like, and I be with this bitch and that bitch, and you know, like when you say bitch a lot, you know.
Bitchin'.
I'm just saying, you know, it might be. You don't got to use that word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to.
But
if you want to, use the motherfucker.
It's a fucking word.
It is a word. It is a word.
And if that's his favorite word, let that man say.
This
bitch.
is what I realized. This is what I realized. I do try to monitor what I watch in front of kids. Like, I'm like, in what I say, I do try to be censored. And I believe in the concept of like, why can't we have something for kids, something for adults? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think here's my thing with school.
If you have a feed that's like on the internet, the concept of the internet, to be on this internet for kids, you got to be verified. You got to be checked out.
That's coming. That's already been came. Like Netflix, they have a whole thing just for kids.
Yeah.
The sections just for kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, who knows what the fuck it's on there anyway. I mean, like all that shit. When you look at some kids movies, it's all subliminal shit. Some of it's blatant as fuck, but you know what I'm saying.
I believe in that concept though, of a separation.
I guess that's true. If they're going to be exposed to any of that in the first place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think they should. Here's the thing: fuck school. You got a tablet and you got the internet.
Yeah.
You set the curriculum. You get to tell them. You get to teach them what you want them to learn. Okay, and that is where it comes down to for your kids, because what are you going to fill their heads with? You're going to send them to the same shit that you went to? Did it help you out? Did you go? You know what I'm saying? Like this indoctrination at the fucking schools is bullshit to me, man. You need school for maybe kindergarten to third grade to learn basic shit. Because by fourth grade, dude, by fourth grade for me, I knew everything that I knew now, except for just a little enhanced. Like I knew every fucking cuss word. I knew what sex was. I knew everything by fourth grade. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And so you learn your basic shit.
But being desensitized to shit can be dangerous to a personality. You know what I mean? I do think.
I did grow up fast. I'm not gonna lie. I had a pretty fucked up life.
You know, like I really believe that kids shouldn't have to know everything. I think some things are grown up conversations and discussions, regardless of how far they go. X-rated, political, whatever. Regardless how far. This is a grown up conversation. This is for grown ups.
See, I don't know, man. Maybe at some point. What do you think? What's the age then?
When you become like part of like grown upness.
Yeah.
I'd say probably your mid to late 20s when you start to come around to the idea of like, okay, like,
oh no,
you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I know what you mean now because we have hit that point where we're a little more grown up.
Yeah, I understand that,
but because it's hard to go back and feel that because it's not the same anymore. That right there though, man, that I don't know. It's a weird thing. The grown upness, like it's not that I'm old. It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not that you're old. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Your mind's old or.
I just think that's when you.
I guess it's being wise. Was really what it is.
I think when you hit your mid to late 20s is the time when you're like, okay, you should be at that point either headed in some direction or going, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's the point where you're either already going there or you're like, what the hell am I doing?
You need to find a steady person to put your dick in.
I'm not saying we should change it. I'm not saying we should change, like, voting to, like, 28 or 27 or something. I'm not saying that. But, like, some things, like, man, you should not put the burden on kids.
But, okay,
you know?
It's not the burden. They need to know the knowledge straight up.
Yeah, no, I believe they should be taught. Like, here's my thing about history. They say no religion with history. Okay, well then I can't teach you history because every piece of history has religion wrapped around it. Yeah. So you have to understand that in order to understand what they were doing.
Right.
You know
why
what I mean?
They were moving from here to here, being persecuted, etc.
Yeah, and you don't have to go into detail.
Right.
You don't have to go into hardcore detail. You just be like, they believe this. This is what they believed. Did it happen? Didn't it happen? Nobody really can prove anything. You know what I mean? When it comes to that, it's one of those known unknowns.
Right.
They believed this. Who knows? I got a theory for you. Way thousands and thousands of years as far as recorded history.
Yeah.
Like, let's say Sumerians. I don't really think they had, like, glasses for vision.
I don't know.
They may have.
They might not needed it because they were eating really good shit, and they were also had gold, that gold nano gold that fucking made their brains amazing.
Totally, maybe, totally possible that it could be some shit like that,
yeah,
or
look it up, nano gold.
Let's say it's just some natural, they're just regular people. There's no crazy. They're just people. Well, if they got bad vision, shit might look like other shit too. You know what I mean?
No, man, no. No, those people. Maybe.
I'm saying,
I'm not gonna say
and it's rarest.
It
could be some shit like that. You know, who knows? You could have a blob could have came out of the sky, and if people didn't have good vision, that shit would look totally different. Or they have super great vision, and everything does look different than it does.
Right.
You know, we could be in a simulation, and the Asians are out to get us.
Oh man, I don't know. You know? It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say what the fuck this is, but I gotta tell you, I think it's been happening a lot longer than we think.
You can't do nothing but ride this wave out, and you shouldn't fuck with nobody else's surf. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Just let ride this bitch out and let me surf how I surf.
Yeah.
You know,
that's how I feel about
everything. You know, really. if we disagree, let's agree to disagree and just move on with life. There's no sense.
I agree. Yeah.
You're entitled to that.
Yeah.
You're entitled to not agree with me.
Yes.
As long as you ain't interfering with my surf.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surf on, baby.
What people have to do sometimes
get your surf
in
on.
Conversations is remove themselves from the conversation because they don't understand that when you're talking,
which is hard to do.
Yeah, because I guess it's all about the words you say. Now, if you're very particular in every single word you say, sometimes you don't want to be, and you'll be lazy with your words, and sometimes that causes an argument, or people feel a certain way because they didn't get they didn't get your message fully. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't express it clearly. Your emotion by just being lazy with your words. But if you're very particular and specific with the words you say, you can convey exactly what you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people get shut down by that, and it's not shut down. They go, "Oh, okay, now I understand." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yep.
It's like we were saying. Part of communication is understanding. And if you can't understand, then that blocks the communication.
Bouillon said communication is key.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying when he was on the show, we were talking about that. Like communication. Communication is key, but understanding, is like doorknob. Right. You know what I mean? Like if there's no understanding of how the key or the doorknob works, then there's no communication.
You need to work the doorknob before you put the key in.
Well, you need to not interpret. You need to not interpret what the person's saying. You need to listen to what they're saying. See, girls, the women, they try to interpret what you're saying. Like you have some other meaning.
It's symbolic.
Yeah, there's some meaning behind what you're saying. It's all cryptic.
Did you ever see?
You're a ninja. No, I'm saying what I mean, and I'm saying it to you. I'm not lying to you. And if you think I'm lying to you,
have you ever seen?
You think I'm lying?
Louis C.K.'s HBO special.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where he's talking about doing the dishes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll put the dishes in, and I'll put the soap. But fuck her, I'm not hitting that start button.
Yeah.
Because she was like...
Yeah, that's exactly it, man.
You put the dishes in the soap, but you didn't start it. Why didn't you start it?
Right. It's like, chill the fuck out.
There's no why to that.
Yeah. I guess it didn't happen.
I just didn't hit the button.
See how it didn't happen? It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing. It's time.
Yeah.
What are we wasting our time on? You know
Life.
What I mean?
Well, you don't know. She might have thought it was broke, and So,
oh, okay.
But when
you could come up with some stuff like that.
When you do it pretty regularly, you see, I just relate to that moment because I do that, and my wife's like, "How come you didn't start the dishes?" Because I didn't.
Yeah.
Oop, my bad.
I don't know if there's a how.
Yeah, maybe the machine broke.
It just, I just didn't start them. I obviously loaded it and put the soap in it, but I never hit the button.
Right.
Right. Because maybe she needs to get a repairman, and I don't know. Maybe it's broke.
Dave just ad-libs randomness in the background. I love it.
So, man, okay, yeah. So I didn't leave Rise and Shine, man. I didn't leave Rise and
Shine. Hello.
Straight up. Well, because we got way off there too. Still, you know what I'm saying, and I'm bringing it back.
Right.
Okay, well maybe I feel that way because you've said that before.
But you pushed. I feel you pushed me out of Rise and Shine.
No. But why would you think that?
Why would I think that?
Why would you think
that? We got. I can have a list of
the
evidence of what I think. Okay, so. You telling me it's you took control. You took the reins after the fact. We were doing it all together. Me, you, and Bouillon were all doing it together at first, and then you wanted the reins of where the direction of it all should go. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I feel it all came ahead, because I started doing things that I would normally do, and you were like, no, you gotta check in. You gotta check in with me. And I'm like, hold up. I was doing this before.
See, that might be one of those, like, maybe you didn't understand what I was saying. You know what I mean? 'Cause it wasn't a check-in thing. It's like, get with us and let us know before we do something.
We did. You know, check in.
It's one of those.
How popular was that show?
We gotta stay as formed as possible.
Cut the check.
Yeah.
What about cut the check?
He was just saying. I see he heard check. And he got excited.
Yes.
Okay.
For one, I think a lot of things we were not prepared to do what we were attempting to do, and we're still barely prepared to do.
It's not that we were. No. It's not that we weren't prepared. We were doing it, and we were learning the whole time.
Yeah,
we were just doing
that
it.
too.
And that's a good thing and a bad thing because I don't regret none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And
no, of course not.
Rise and Shine was my baby, dude. I ain't gonna fucking lie. I spent a lot of hours in this, on this whole idea. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Life goes on. You gotta go. You gotta go in the direction life was pushing you.
Well, it's like this. I mean, regardless of how we look at, before it even got crazy, where it was like I felt that you left us, is more. Those as we tried to bring it back. Because we let it go way down the shithole way before we tried to bring it back. I mean, we didn't even own the URL anymore.
Right.
I mean, we were nothing on the internet.
Yeah.
And when Kevin gave me that push, when he like got the radio going, and it was like that was the whole thing we always needed. I still I just enjoy being able to turn on our radio feed now, and it's repeat of anything that we've done. Even videos and songs, it's like it's all that audio.
Yeah, man, it's history.
And he pushed me to do it, but it's like it was one of those things. Like even I told you, there's too much going on. And I don't know what's going on, and everybody's coming at me. I'm trying to get to everything, because there's a lot there. I mean, there really is, and things get frustrating, and we've talked about it. It felt like sometimes it feels like you come very personal on things, and it's like, where did that come from?
What in terms of what?
Just like the whole when that whole conversation went down.
Well, okay. Here's my thing. It's the confrontation part of it. I'm not afraid of confrontation in any sense of the word, but it's the tone. It's not even tone. It's the
because in a text message I can't give you tone.
Not tone. No. It's because this is where it all stems from. Is you going Incredible Hulk on me, and for whatever reasons, it could have been your own personal shit. It could have been anything. You know what I mean? We could just say words made you pissed off, and. For whatever reason, and from that moment on is when I was like, look, I don't let anybody really talk to me like that. I just don't. I don't put up with much shit in life. And with you, there had been hints of that before. And then when I saw that, I was like, well, I really don't know if I want to be doing business with that guy. I like that guy. I don't know if I like that guy. You know what I'm saying? And we all have that guy. But and I get it, but we never had that before.
Yeah, that guy. There's
a new guy. There's a new guy. I didn't know that guy.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that guy sucks.
Well, it's like I really want it to be something. I really want it to be somewhere, and it's. I felt like it's always coming back to me and before it actually happens, and it's like, okay, well then I need to know what's going on at all times, and everything got crazy, and then it gets, you're like, did you look at this? Did you look at this? Did you look at this? And I'm gonna tell you, some of the shit you had me look at when I finally got around to looking at it, I use it.
Buyer shit?
Like you showed me Tune In, and I'm like, yeah, I just BMW. What? I don't care about BMWs right now. It was like. Because that was like their selling point was like, oh, get it in cars.
Well, go ahead, keep going.
I didn't. Okay, yeah, I saw it. I got a chance to glimpse at it, but I hadn't had a chance to like see the capabilities of it, and is it something we can post our shit on? You know what I mean? It's like, and it was one thing after another from just all corners, and it was hard for me and you to see eye and eye with things the way it was kind of formulating.
Yeah,
and we butted heads.
Right.
Now, the way I think Rise and Shine Network is going to work is if you're contributing to the content, then any revenue or events that spawn out of that content, you're part of that content.
Well, for me, from now on, this is my thing. This is what, the shock of what's going on with me in my personal life makes me go, what am I spending my time on? You know what I mean? And I had already been ramping up to getting Never Die. Never Die is going to be my company.
What about the other one?
And
Pure
I'm gonna
One or and
Page
One? That's it.
Everything else is going to be either going to be bought up from my company or trademarked or whatever. But it's not. That's not what I'm focusing on. Never Die LLC is. I'm gonna put out all my podcasts, all my music, anything, any content that I have is going to be put out through them, and it's going to start perpetuating residual income. YouTube right now still is only 6 years in the game. 4 years more, it'll be 10 years in the game, and by that point, you know what I'm saying. That's why you get in now, you're going to be you're going to get views as long as you are in. Because here's the thing: you have to market and you have to advertise. You have to spend money on it. You have to. Unfortunately, that's what you got to do. You got to spend money to make money. That's what it is. Yeah. We've learned a lot in these years. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing and bad thing that we were learning while we were doing it. But it's a gift and a curse at the same time.
Well, that's where a lot of things come in. Is it comes down to what do we actually want? You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think we've touched on that before, and it's there's a truth, especially between me and you, that is there is a definite opinion of taste from an art standpoint that causes a lot of it.
Right.
Your artistic vision of some things is different than my artistic vision.
Right.
And it's a good thing. I mean, it really is, because any kind of spout we've ever had has spawned something good later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It totally has.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean we can't not work together.
Yeah.
It just means that maybe our business models might need to mingle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the way I look at a lot of business stuff is probably a little bit harsher than you do. And that's a good spot where things can butt heads easily. Because I believe in a little bit of more, like you could even say, iron fist form to it. Because it seems to work well, but not on a personal level.
But I felt like subjective, bro. It's like that's a subjective thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all opinionated. It's all opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is opinion. But we tend to not agree to disagree, and that's where a lot of our problems are.
And I do that with a couple people I know. And it's because
you're naturally hard-headed, though.
You are hard-headed.
I'm a Taurus, bro. I'm a Taurus. I'm bullheaded.
You're naturally hard-headed.
I'm bullheaded. I think I got it.
There's a crazy amount.
And I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fine with.
It's like this. I'm going to use Joey as an example because you and Joey's personalities are so much alike.
He's born 425. I'm 424.
God damn, I want to smash my forehead in the front of his nose sometimes.
Right.
But I love him to death.
Yeah.
I love him to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will be friends with Joey to the end. Regardless if he's up in Chicago or where he's at. That's my homeboy.
Right.
I like Joey.
Yeah.
But on a business level, we butt heads. But it's a different of opinion, and it happens.
We're different. We're all different. Yeah. That's how it is, dog.
Yeah.
And we can be okay with that or not okay with that. And that's how it goes. You know what I mean? And I think people need to understand that 2012 was never supposed to be the end. It was always supposed to be the beginning of a new age.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been said. It's all celestial shit. It's all fucking, and I don't care what anything says. You could say, here's my thing. We could take all the information, the Bible, every bit of information we have in the world.
What are we talking about now? I thought we were talking about me and you.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go in.
I thought we were having an emotional conversation here. Now we're talking about space.
We're gonna bring it back. But
we're gonna bring it back.
Because I'm gonna tell you this is the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You don't have to. Nobody has to ever thought it was the end of anything. You know what I'm saying? Including me and you or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? Or there was never. That was never the thing here. Between me and you, an end. No, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
It's just you got Rise and Shine now. I got Never Die, and I feel like
Page one.
we will link together at the times we need to. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing we can do is we can always do syndication stuff. Because there's always the chance that fans of Rise and Shine Network might not be fans of yours and vice versa. Right. And then new people can stumble on it and get into it.
Yeah. And it's called affiliate.
I'm definitely like even how we've talked about doing the phone thing. I'm fine with that. It's just got to be planned out for me,
right?
So I can arrange for it.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely down with if you have something you want to do on a regular at a certain time.
Like
because I got a couple of different shows I'm going to be doing. And this is all coming 2013. I'm going to start really putting out content, pushing the fuck out of it. I'm documenting everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to document everything for the next year, for sure.
This is what I would like. This is what I would really, really like to. If I had my way with like Serisony, if I could do what I wanted with you under the network, I would like to do Serisony Experience and do kind of like a news screen feed, because I think some of the shit that you find is really good stuff, and I think you could deliver stuff without it being stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would be very comical, even if you had people involved in it. I think we could really do a cool show like that.
You're thinking of Tosh for that?
Not
content?
Quite. Not
for
quite.
That kind of content.
Not quite.
No, see, man, I don't want to be
things that you like.
I don't want to be a reporter. Like, I don't want to be a journalist. I mean,
no, and
I am that. I'm that anyway. But I don't want to. I don't know. That's not what my focus is right now. Like, I'm gonna do these podcasts as me. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because this is it, dude.
Well, that's what else I would say. I would like if like you could do two things, because I'm trying to do a couple things with what we're doing. If we had a couple people doing a couple things. And we could have a really, really nice, good feed going on, you know? Of just lots of different stuff. I'm trying to get, so I've talked to a few people. This is over like the last year of doing some morning radio shows.
But are you,
lunch, you know what I mean?
But you want to charge them, don't you, to put on a show?
Not the way I'm set up now. I just want the content.
That's what I'm saying. You got,
because I'm set up pretty good right now to just, whoever I can get here to do a show I want to keep things as uniform as possible. So like the same type of production tools for any web series we're going to do or anything, I'd like it to be kind of uniform, and like the radio stuff.
Well, dude, once incorporating goes on, once incorporation happens, you start a company. Everything's got to be paper, man. You got to put everything on paper. So like, if you're gonna have you're gonna have contracts of some sorts. If you're working with different people, you know it's just how it has to go. Like, I hate it. The thing is like when you're younger, you hate that formality thing. You don't want to get involved in paperwork, but you got to understand, if you're gonna play their game, you can't half-ass it. You can't half-ass playing their game. You got to play their game, and the game is paper and words.
That's why I kind of am like the idea of like being kind of real firm with business model is it's important. I mean, it's kind of the way it's got to be.
Your brand. That's why when something fucks up somebody's brand,
like this,
they get pissed off.
Like that's the way it is.
Right. You know
yes, it sucks.
You make the brand I
don't
look
like
bad.
It either.
Right.
You know?
Right. I get it, but that's the thing. You
need personal agreements through companies. There needs to be that agreement of
there
this.
There also needs to
be
disagreement, because here's the thing, dude. Disagreement is not a bad thing. It breeds more creativity. It breeds competition, which drives the market. You know what I'm saying? It drives products. You know, to create a new product, a better product, a different product, or a different take on a thing. You know what I mean? This is why, you know, being a rapper or a singer or whatever, it's not a bad thing if there is millions of other motherfuckers doing it. You're learning from it, and you have to persist. You have to keep going forward. You have to persevere. You know what I mean? You can't think that it's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
It's not going to happen. The end of the show is happening.
It is going to happen.
I didn't know they made those things. So
I know we could do a 3-hour show and just talk and talk and talk.
I'm surprised you are stopping it. I thought we'd go to. I thought we would go.
We started late and we're going to end a little late.
We're going to end a little late.
I thought we would.
I want to thank.
No, absolutely not. I refuse to break the rules.
You're going to go an hour. Gotcha.
It is an hour. We're doing an hour right now until things get bigger and broader and better. Right. So it's just going to be an hour.
with purple lights.
But you just right from the rip wanted to just get all crazy.
Cancer,
but anyways, RiseandShineNetwork.com.
Hey, that's what's going on in my life.
RSNTV.net. RSNRadio.com.
Never Die, LLC.
Serisony.com.
Architect.
Serisony.com.
Me and D-Lo going to be doing a little hip-hop show. I have another thing called I Hate Commercials coming out. It's a little YouTube show.
Well, I'm sure you'll come back on the show and we'll, as you start to develop stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not going to be. That's why I wanted to tell people
just
about.
because there is that like not really with, but yet still with. You know what I mean? There really ain't no quitting it.
The thing is, though, man, that's why I wanted to tell people about the cancer thing is because I'm not going to be able to do much. I'm going to be able to stay where I'm at and do things from where I'm at, and that's about that.
All right then. Well, next week. Surprise guest. I'll show you middle of the week on the YouTube channel.
Surprise guest.
I know who it is. Yo. Shout out to MG6.